Hi there, students. Strip. To strip. Let's see. Firstly, to strip. To take off your clothing. To take off your clothes. Um, or maybe a strip tease where a, a young man or a young lady takes off their clothes to excite people. But to remove your clothing, the policeman ordered him to strip. Um, I stripped off my clothes and jumped into the swimming pool. The man had been stripped naked and had everything stolen. Okay, so to strip, to remove, to take the outer layer off something. So he stripped all the paint off the chest of drawers and left it in the wood, which looked really nice. During the summer, the sheep strip the mountain bare because they eat all of the plants. Huge areas of land have been stripped of all trees and vegetation. Because of the pollution, the trees are almost completely stripped of leaves. Or, okay, to remove something from somewhere. If you strip the word from its context, it loses its meaning. Processed foods have been stripped of most of their nutrients. Or, for example, to take something important away from someone, usually as a punishment. So, Andrew Windsor has had his title as Duke stripped from him. He was stripped of his knighthood when he was convicted of stealing. He had the title of champion stripped from him when they discovered that he had been taking performance enhancing substances. To strip, to take everything out of a room or a building that's not part of the structure. So we had to strip the kitchen of of everything that was in it and then rebuild it. The house had been stripped and everything inside it was gone. It was completely empty. Or asset stripping, to sell the assets of a company. He made his money by buying large companies and stripping the assets, selling the assets one by one. Okay, so to strip, and then I guess you could also wait a second. You could strip a machine as well. I stripped down the engine and rebuilt it. You could strip a car, remove the parts of a car in order to sell them. And then, to a striptease, to remove your clothing in an exciting way as an entertainment. Yeah, I'm going to get my next job is going to be as a stripper. And then as a noun, a strip, a long, flat, narrow piece. So a narrow strip of land. He didn't have a bandage, so he tore his shirt into thin strips. The magnetic strip on the back of your credit card. Or a strip, the clothes worn by a football team that has the team's colours. So I don't know what. Yes, the Brazil, the national strip for Brazil is yellow. I think they call it the caipirinha. Okay, so strip. It's a word with lots of meanings. Comes from Low German, strip. Maybe from meaning a stripe. Proto-Germanic stripana. Okay, so a strip, a long thin piece of land, a long thin piece of any any material. A comic strip is a line of pictures in a comic. A landing strip, a place where you can land an aeroplane. Okay, so a strip, in the United States, a street with lots of shopping and entertainment possibilities. Sunset Strip is like a street with different types of shop and different types of entertainment. Okay, and then to strip as a verb, to remove, to take away, often in strips. I'm going to strip off the old varnish before painting this. To take off your clothing. There was nobody about, so I stripped and jumped into the river. To perform a striptease. In the seedy club, a group of men were watching a woman stripping. To strip, to take something away. The athlete was stripped of his medal after failing a drugs test. They stripped the forest bare with not a tree left standing. If you park your car here overnight, it will be stripped by the morning. To strip, to take the thread off a screw by over tightening it, or the strip the thread off a nut or a bolt, not a nut, a bolt. Yeah, and it's to strip the bit that goes round. Okay, so this word strip, it's got lots and lots of meanings. A strip, a narrow piece of material, cut the meat into strips. An area of land, the Gaza Strip. The islands are separated by a strip of water. And the Americans say uniform, but very often the British say strip. So the Juventus were wearing their famous black and white strip. A strip is where you take off your clothes, a strip show. A strip, a street with many shops and restaurants. Sunset Strip. A cartoon strip. Yeah, a series of drawings. And then to strip, to undress, to take something away, to take away a layer of something. I stripped the beds after everyone had left. I removed all the sheets to wash them. The goat had stripped all the bark off the tree. To strip out, to strip away, to remove all the things from a place, to leave it empty. We had to strip out all the old electric wire and start again. I needed to strip away all the old plaster from the wall. The thieves had stripped the house bare. You could strip a machine, is to separate it into the parts so it can be cleaned or repaired. To strip, to dismantle and put together again. So strip, yeah, it's a word with lots and lots of meanings. I think generally it's a neutral word. I'm going to say generally five in formality, and it's a very, very high frequency word. So strip. Bye for now.